All human beings have three lives: public, private, and secret. The worst decisions in life we make are always the one we make out of fear. Don't find fault. Find a remedy. Anybody can complain. Anyone who is capable of getting themselves made president should on no account be allowed to do the job. Receive with simplicity everything that happens to you. Every man is a damn fool for at least 5 minutes every day. Wisdom consists in not exceeding the limit. We can see when others are trying to destroy us, but we choose to let karma deal with them accordingly. When you give your mind, body, and heart the message that you are worth the effort of being conscious, miraculous things start to happen. When life places stones in your path, be the water. A persistent drop of water will wear away even the hardest stone. Each sunrise brings a new day filled with new hopes for a new beginning. Even as a solid rock is unshaken by the wind, so are the wise unshaken by praise or blame. It's not unpatriotic to denounce an injustice committed on our behalf. Perhaps it's the most patriotic thing we can do. Life doesn't always give us the choices we want. All we can do is make the best of things. I want to build to that mogul, legendary level. See yourself as you really are, accept the good and the bad. Only then can you truly share yourself with another. If something is important, it deserves to be experienced deeply. I wish I could make him understand that a loving good heart is riches enough, and that without it intellect is poverty. If you don't know who you truly are, you'll never know what you really want. Every single person is sacred. Sacred means special, precious, a treasure of true beauty. That means you. Be with someone who inspires you and makes you be the best version of yourself. Whoever is for you will always be with you. However, not everyone who is with you is for you. Michael, there's nothing here to fear. Lucifer, well, there's always the truth. Life doesn't require ideals. It requires standards of action. Be compassionate and take responsibility for each other. If we only learned those lessons, this world would be a better place. If you cannot find peace within yourself, you will never find it anywhere else. We all have two lives. The second one starts when we realize that we only have one. What we do not confront, we inhabit. What we do not reject, we accept. What we do not fight, we become. Never underestimate yourself when you do what is right. Never overestimate yourself when you do what is wrong. The best way to predict your future is to create it. All resistance is a rupture with what is, and every rupture begins, for those engaged in it, through a rupture with oneself. I want to dream a dream so wonderful that I'll wake up sorry that it wasn't a memory. No matter how safe and beautiful it is, a cage is still a cage. Enjoy every step you take. If you're curious, there is always something new to be discovered in the backdrop of your daily life. Half of seeming clever is keeping your mouth shut at the right times. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. Me with nothing left to lose, plotting my big revenge in the spotlight. Give me violent revenge fantasies as a coping mechanism. A faith that cannot survive collision with the truth is not worth many regrets. There is a thin line between poverty and success, and it is perseverance. Successful people don't stop until they see the result they desire. If we all did the things we are really capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. People make mistakes in life through believing too much, but they have a damn dull time if they believe too little. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. If being is many, it must be both like and unlike, and this is impossible, for neither can the like be unlike, nor the unlike like. We are finite, and that we are a product and source of the infinite. I would rather live in a world where people shout, "This is wrong," than live in a world with superheroes saving the day. Seek only light and freedom, and do not immerse yourself too deeply in the worldly mire. Because horror on earth is real and it is every day. It is like a flower or like the sun. It cannot be contained. Life is a drama full of tragedy and comedy. You should learn to enjoy the comic episodes a little more. When we embrace who we are, the world embraces us right back. Great things are not done by impulse, but by a series of small things brought together. Problems in science are sometimes made easier by adding complications. We hold the future still timidly, but perceive it for the first time as a function of our own action. Every flower is a melody that floats through the air and soothes our hearts. Leadership is not about having the most power or authority. It's about having the courage and drive to turn ideas into action. Pursue what catches your heart, not what catches your eyes. To find what you seek in the road of life, the best proverb of all is that which says, "Leave no stone unturned." The mind is like a restless monkey, but with practice and detachment, it can be tamed and made peaceful. We are here, and it is now. The way I see it is, after that, everything tends towards guesswork. It is clear that the individual who persecutes a man, his brother, because he is not of the same opinion, is a monster. There is a time to live and a time to die, but never to reject the moment. We strive for harmony, but it is not always realized. Stand behind the stories that are real, not just real. Deeds will not be less valiant because they are unpraised. The best way to have a good idea is to have a lot of ideas. Misconceptions play a prominent role in my view of the world. We don't receive wisdom. We must discover it for ourselves after a journey that no one can take for us or spare us. What can oppose the decline of the West is not a resurrected culture, but the utopia that is silently contained in the image of its decline. Every concept of reality is all in our head. Belief is what makes truth. Take note of how people treat you after you say no to their demands. You are a cosmic flower. Om chanting is the process of opening the psychic petals of that flower. But truly, if I were not Alexander, I would be Diogenes. Despite my ghoulish reputation, I really have the heart of a small boy. I keep it in a jar on my desk. You know, I think that only if one feels immensely important can one feel truly light. Beauty as we feel it is something indescribable. What it is or what it means can never be said. Because this is the way things are meant to be. In order to be yourself, you must first know who you are. In one drop of water are found all the secrets of all the oceans. In one aspect of you are found all the aspects of existence. Everything is beauty, but not everyone sees it. I was a veritable Johnny Appleseed of grand expectations, and all I reaped for my trouble was a harvest of bitter fruit. To live is to change, to acquire the words of a story, and that is the only celebration we mortals really know. Insanity is doing the same thing, over and over again, but expecting different results. Representatives of truth. The champions of truth are hardest to find, not when it is dangerous to tell it, but rather when it is boring. The place where you made your stand never mattered. Only that you were there and still on your feet. The heart is the toughest part of the body. Tenderness is in the hands. A truth that's told with bad intent beats all the lies you can invent. All that happens means something. Nothing you do is ever insignificant. Our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. Learn how to be ambitious. Don't be a person who waits to be married off to someone wealthy. Sometimes one likes foolish people for their folly, better than wise people for their wisdom. The revolution is not an apple that falls when ripe. You have to make it fall. At some point, you just gotta forgive the past. Your happiness hinges on it. Travel light, live light, spread the light, be the light. Disinformation is... The journey is what brings us happiness, not the destination. Saya adalah produk gagal yang sedang dalam proses penduran along. Smiley face. You never know when the truth will come home. You can't choose the time. The time chooses you. The more you feed your mind with positive thoughts, the more you can attract great things into your life. This body is fragile. It is just flesh. Listen to the heartbeat. Life depends on the pumping of a muscle. Our business in life is not to succeed, but to continue to fail in good spirits. With an eye made quiet by the power of harmony and the deep power of joy, we see into the life of things.